A lot of the small business owners I work with started out at 1-800-ACCOUNTANT, and the stories they tell me are wild. I've seen income reported so wrong, it turned a six-figure profit into a loss on paper. That's scary. So I started wondering, how does a company with reviews like that keep growing? It can't really be as bad as everyone says, right? In this video, we're gonna find out. I'm pulling up real reviews to see exactly why so many small business owners leave 1-800-ACCOUNTANT for other options. And at the end, I'll lay out the biggest themes that came up, so you can decide what makes sense for you. Alright, I have my computer up right next to me, so let's take a look at some of the reviews. This one is from Reviewopedia. They made so many errors that my filing was late. I had to pay extra fees because of their errors. Oof, that's rough. But it kind of is in line with how the company is run. I have a couple clients who have dealt with this. To say at least, it's not that fun to get hit with any fees, and especially because of communication. Here's another one here. It says, their communication has been consistently poor both in their portal system and in their responsiveness to simple requests. Funny they say this. I've run into some instances myself where I had to get documents and get some previous information for some of my clients that actually came from 1-800-ACCOUNTANT. And to be quite honest with you, in some cases I didn't even get anything. Not even a response, not even something saying that we're working on it, just crickets. But this is right in line with how 1-800-ACCOUNTANT has been with my clients that I've gotten from there, and then also with other clients that we're seeing through these reviews. Let's move on to the next reviews. This person says, I subscribe for full service accounting support for 4 corporations, promise bookkeeping, quarterly and annual filings. I made numerous efforts to work with the assigned bookkeeper to obtain reports, but I repeatedly got delays and incorrect information. I was compelled to run my own balance sheets and profit and loss statements. As a business owner, would you want to have to run your own financials after you paid somebody to run them? No. Why would you? Right? That's like paying for a service and you're not getting it. Later, I was told that quarterly payroll tax filing was not included, contrary to what was promised when I purchased the plan. If you're promised a service, you want it completed. In this case, they didn't even get it completed. It's one thing to receive bad financials. It's another thing to not receive anything at all, especially after you've gone through calls and you've talked about what's expected and you've talked about what you're going to receive and then you don't receive it. Transparency is the most important thing as an accountant. You want to know what's going on with your business, whether it be good or bad. You want to know what's included in your services, whether it be good or bad. Let's dive into some more reviews. The tax return filed by 1-800-ACCOUNTANT was incorrect. After hiring a new accountant, we amended the return, turning a $14,440 tax bill into an $18,256 refund. That's a $32,696 error caused by their failure to communicate. I mean, that's crazy. I have a client that I got from 1-800-ACCOUNTANT, and she actually dealt with the same thing, right? Similar to this, they didn't even account for her payroll taxes, and they were doing her payroll. That's one of those things where you copy and paste a number from one place to another, and they couldn't even do that. What resulted was my client owed about $75,000 when doing her taxes through 1-800-ACCOUNTANT. After we got done with it, she was due a refund too. And this is just one instance, right? This seems to happen a lot with them. Let's look at our last review. This person says, I'm requesting a refund of $1,223, which they refused to issue despite billing errors on their part. They told me their policy does not allow refunds past a certain window and insisted I had to use the services or forfeit the credit. Think about this. You sign an agreement, you're promised a service, you don't get the service you were promised. The agreement should be nullified, right? But it's not, because there was something hidden in the agreement. This is the case with 1-800-ACCOUNTANT. They tend to try to exhaust their clients, so that at the end of the day, you're so tired you'll take whatever work you can get. So pulling all that together, here are the 5 major themes I found after reviewing the reviews. The first one was poor communication and transparency. It's clear people feel ignored. Lack of clear communication, disappearing replies. The second one I found was lack of continuity. Constant handoffs, different people, no one owning your file. That's confusing, costly, and stressful. The third one was serious accuracy issues. Filing things late, filing them wrong. Mistakes that can cost you money, time, and even risk audits. The fourth thing was hidden costs. What seems like a bargain up front often comes with fees, add-ons, or services that were promised but not delivered. The fifth theme I found was year-round service gap. Good during tax season. After that, many reviews say they were stranded. For very simple cases, or low expectations, 1-800-ACCOUNTANT can look okay. But once your business gets any complexity, that's where these problems multiply. It's not all bad, but the patterns are too big to ignore. Large, high-volume services focus on scale. That can mean rotating staff, slower responses, and mistakes that slip through. But firms like this aren't the only option. Typically, smaller monthly accounting firms work the opposite way. Because they handle fewer clients and see the books every month, they build relationships, catch issues early, and give more consistent attention. The result is usually clear communication, fewer errors, and support that actually continues outside of tax season. If you're already with 1-800-ACCOUNTANT and feel stuck or just shopping around, reach out. One of our accounting consultants here at CSI would be happy to have a chat. No pressure, we'll walk you through what good accounting should look like, what you deserve, and help you decide whether switching makes sense. If you're curious about costs or want to see what type of accounting support is best fit for your business, we put links in the description to our free pricing calculator and our ideal accounting solution quiz. They're quick, straightforward tools that help you get clear on your options before you even talk to us. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, like the video, subscribe for more, and drop a comment with your experience. See you in the next one.